I saw it.
Yeah. Welcome to Wrestling Uncensored. I am Dave Simon. He is Johnny North. RingsideReport.net is the website. Go there. Check us out online. There's so much there on the website. We've got podcasts. We've got videos. We've got so much content. If you are checking us out here on YouTube, definitely like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. If you're listening to us on the radio, you can watch this show. You can watch all the shows that we do. Ringside Report, MMA. We've got a big UFC 246 watch-along. Check it out up on the website right now at ringsidereport.net. Watch UFC 246, the return of Conor McGregor, with the Ringside Report Network and the Ringside Report crew. Live UFC 246 watch along at ringsidereport.net. Tonight, though, right now, this afternoon, this morning, whenever you're listening to this, people listen to this at all times of the day, night, morning, afternoon. Those are the only times of day that I can think of. Dawn, dusk, perhaps. If you're listening to us at dusk, good dusk to you. Thank you for joining us on this dusk. We are here to talk pro wrestling, Big Johnny. Johnny, what's the matter?
You're around at dusk? I'm very surprised by that.
I don't know what dusk is. What time is dusk?
Yeah, I'm surprised. Yeah, I thought you'd just sleep through dusk, but it's okay.
Oh, I'm sleeping through dusk, baby. I'm sleeping right through that dusk. I'm the American dream, Dusky Rhodes.
I was going to say, does it lead up to Dustin Rhodes or something, the Bash the Beach match? Or?
It's the Dusky Rhodes Classic that NXT's having right now, this tag team tournament that they're doing.
Kills NXT.
Yeah, we're going to talk about NXT. We'll talk about AEW here, what's going on there. They had their Bash at the Beach. DDP was in the ring. They signed a big deal for television. They might have a new star coming into the company. We're 1 week away from the WWE Royal Rumble, and some big matches have been announced for Raw coming up on Monday. Seems like some things that they might not have room for on the actual Rumble show. Next Sunday, the 26th, in Houston, Texas, home of the Cheatin' Astros, it will be a Rumble match to determine a WrestleMania main event, not only for the men, but for the women as well. So a lot on the line, but coming up Monday night, we're going to have Lana and Lashley teaming up to take on Liv Morgan and Rusev. So that is finally going to happen, the big mixed tag team match. And as Rusev told you on Raw this week, you come in my face, we fight. Which I thought was a great line from Rusev. So he is ready to fight Lashley and Lana, who have both wronged him. And he will be wrestling there with Liv Morgan, a big match that you would have thought would have appeared in the Royal Rumble. But no, it will be on Raw on Monday, as will Rey Mysterio challenging Andrade for the United States Heavyweight Championship in a ladder match.
That's going to be fantastic, I imagine.
Goodness. Coming up Monday night, Raw in Wichita, Kansas. They will get a solid show out in Wichita.
Well, just for that ladder match alone, I don't know if the other matches will deliver, but the ladder match, I mean, judging from their last match, I can't wait for this ladder match.
Yeah, Rey and Andrade have some great chemistry, two of the best going on Monday Night Raw today. And I think Andrade will wind up retaining the U.S. title in that match, but I think it's going to be fantastic. I'm a big fan of both guys.
I could see Rey winning the championship here. I mean, they like to hot potato the U.S. title back and forth, so why not give Rey another U.S. title reign?
I don't know. What do you think the U.S. title match will be at WrestleMania? This is the type of match, the type of time when you'd start to think about, okay, well, where are we going with this title? Are we starting to do anything? What does Andrade do? Do we have big plans for him? Do we have big plans for Rey, who's a legend, a future Hall of Famer? You know, what's the U.S. title match at Mania? Is Rey Mysterio involved? What's the Rey match at Mania? Like, these are the types of questions we should be asking ourselves here a week out from the Royal Rumble.
Well, Ray last year at WrestleMania was in the U.S. title match, did not win the U.S. title. So I think this year around, I don't think he's going to be involved in it. Andrade, I think it's too early to tell right now because there's a lot that's going to happen between now and WrestleMania. You have like 2-3 pay-per-views left.
Yeah.
Saudi Arabia's coming up again, by the way.
Before Mania?
February 27th.
Really? Wow. Going back to Saudi, so they're going to be doing a big show there for sure.
And then the Chamber.
Huh. And then Mania.
That's right.
A lot leading up to Mania. If you had a dream match for Rey Mysterio at WrestleMania, what would you do?
Wow. I mean, Eddie Guerrero, obviously, but...
No.
You know.
I mean, come on, John. Give me something that's possible. Living wrestlers. Anybody on Raw you want to see Ray wrestle? Is there something you haven't seen that you're looking for?
Well, on Raw, it's tough. I don't really think so. You'd have to really search NXT or something. Or
Has he gone one-on-one with Ricochet?
Okay, no, but still, like...
It doesn't make sense. They're both baby faces, but man, that'd be a fun match to watch.
Sure.
Ray and Buddy Murphy would have a good one, too.
I'd rather see that, honestly, just because I think there would be more heat, and more than likely, I imagine Ray's going to get involved in the fact that Seth now has 4 people in his group, and Kevin, Samoa Joe, and Big Show need another guy.
Seth Rollins, who's now known as the Monday Night Messiah.
You see the picture?
I saw the picture. They're calling him the Savior. Isn't this a bit sacrilegious?
Whatever. It's Seth Rollins.
People aren't getting upset that he's being called the Monday Night Messiah. They used to call him CrossFit Jesus.
Yeah, exactly.
He's got the long hair and the beard. They're calling him the Monday Night Messiah. They're calling him the Savior. They've got a T-shirt out where he's kind of looking like Jesus on the T-shirt. It's like a church-type background. What's going on here with Seth Rollins? It's a new gimmick. He's got the AOP, and now he's got Buddy Murphy. Hey, buddy.
It was kind of weird how that all came together, how Buddy Murphy was just at ringside, I think, for like 2 matches in a row, just sitting there.
It was just one.
Was it just one? But
Yeah.
still, like, it's kind of weird that, and usually security's like, okay, you have to get out of here.
Yeah,
Like,
it was super weird. Buddy Murphy lost to Aleister Black, which, like, that match was good, but the finish was super weird.
Well, the ref botched it.
We'll get to that in a second. I want to talk about that because it was just bad. So Buddy Murphy loses and he's mad. So he's just pouting ringside. He doesn't want to leave. So the Seth Rollins AOP versus Big Show, Kevin Owens, and Samoa Joe match begins, or fist fight as it was called. And Buddy Murphy just sits there for a while. At some point, Seth Rollins is like, hey, help me. I need some help here wrestling Big Show. Buddy Murphy's like, okay. And then he gives a low blow to the Big Show and helps Seth and the AOP take him out after Samoa Joe and Kevin Owens are both put through an announce table. It's like 4-on-1 on Big Show, and then Big Show goes down. Whoop, Big Show just went down here.
Wow, yeah, he went down hard, too.
You hear that? Big
was
Show
rough.
went down. Kaboom. Took a bump.
We didn't break Big Show by doing that.
You all right, Big Show?
He'll survive.
Yeah, Big Show's all right. Big Show's going to survive. He's going to be back on Raw. We'll see Big Show again. But now Seth Rollins, much stronger with his team. He's got Big Bud Murphy. He's got the AOP. I like it. I think this is great. You know, we don't see enough of these factions expanding in pro wrestling, in the WWE. But the WWE specifically, you know, we have factions. They come in as a group, and then they stay that same group. And it's usually a 3-man group or a 3-woman group or whatever, and you don't add members. When's the last time you started a group and then after a couple of weeks they added somebody as a member to that group?
Undisputed Era.
In NXT.
Right.
With Roderick Strong.
Right, because he wasn't originally with them.
When's the last time it happened on the main roster?
Well, when was the last time they had factions on the main roster?
Oh, the Shield.
Yeah, well, that was always a 3-man group kind of thing. Like, when was the last time it was a non-3-man group? That's a very long time.
The Nexus or the Core?
Yeah, about there. Okay, sure. Man, that was like, what, almost 10 years ago now? Like,
CM Punk, when he took over the new Nexus?
Right. Okay, 2011.
They added a guy there.
Sure.
Yeah, so it's been a long time. And it wasn't that successful back then. I have higher hopes for this group. I think they have a clear-cut leader. They have two monsters that are a good tag team act, and now they have their, secondary singles wrestler. They have a good little group here. The only thing they're really missing is a name. I think one thing that really worked with Chris Jericho and his faction is they gave you a name like the second week that they existed. They came out and they beat up somebody. They all came together, and it was like, oh, here's a group. It's Jericho and Sammy Guevara and Proud and Powerful and Jake Hager. And then the next week, they cut a promo, and Jericho's like, yeah, we have a name. We're the Inner Circle. And it's like, yeah, okay, cool. You have a name. You know what to call them. But now, with like Seth and AOP, they don't have a name. It's just Seth Rollins and the AOP, or the Monday Night Messiah, Seth Rollins and the AOP, as he's being announced as the Monday Night Messiah, Seth Rollins. He's not an architect anymore. He's graduated. And now it's Buddy Murphy with the group. Like, they need a name.
Well, I think they also need a women's wrestler possibly in the group as well. Because didn't, like, the big thing for Seth, it was like he kind of bashed Charlotte, so he needs someone to go against Charlotte, if I'm not mistaken.
Seems like a no-brainer there.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how that works. I don't know.
Turn Becky heel and have her join the group.
That all depends who wins the Rumble. I mean, if Shayna Baszler wins the Rumble, which I expect is going to happen, I don't think Becky turns heel.
I don't know. Unless Shayna goes after Bayley or Lacey Evans.
Or here's a great twist. Shayna joins Seth Rollins' group. That'd be huge.
That would be huge.
That'd be cool.
And goes up against Becky?
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Love that.
Do you, though?
Why not? You want to add some heat.
I don't like when they pit real-life spouses against each other on TV.
Oh, I know where we're going here.
Because it doesn't work. Because everybody knows, like, Lana and Rusev, they're still married.
Right.
And did you notice in that Lana and Rusev, or Lashley and Rusev match, every time Rusev hit like a big move, he hit like a vertical suplex, they cut to Lana.
Right.
And she should look mad or concerned for Bobby, but she just kind of looks happy that Rusev pulled off a nice move. Well, she doesn't even look like she's selling it like she's in opposition to Rusev, even though she's supposed to be. It doesn't even work on her face. So I don't think it's a good idea. The Lana and Rusev thing, like, it's run its course. At a certain point, you got to separate them. But it's just strange because there's this element of, yeah, but I don't really believe it. They can do as much as they want. Lana can be making out with Bobby Lashley as much as they want on TV. But please, like, that's enough. But I don't buy it because like, you see them on Instagram, Lana and Rusev, they're together, So it just doesn't work. It doesn't work for me when I see these things that, it's not real. Like, if Shayna were to join up with Seth and she were to beat up on Becky and Seth were to cut promos on Becky, like, ha, 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 I'd be like, yeah, but not really. Just go with what's real and use it. I think that makes more sense in pro wrestling than trying to kind of go against it. And, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't ever come off well.
Well, it's not like Seth is going against Becky. It's just like, look, like, you're not on my side in this situation. You should join, but if you're not going to join, I'm going to go on this side. That's about it. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. They can make that work. It's not like Seth is going to wrestle Becky at any point. It's not like we're going to see Rusev against Lana at any point.
Yeah, but I would limit the interactions between Seth and Becky if Shayna were to join Seth's group, which she's probably not going to do anyway, so it doesn't really matter. If you were to name Seth's group, that's more important. Seth's group needs a name. The Church of Seth Rollins?
I like the Prophecy, but okay.
The Prophecy. It sounds way too indie.
Has it been done before? Really?
It sounds like it's been done a million. We're the Prophecy. Ugh, get out of here. The Church of Seth.
Ugh.
I don't know. Rollins Angels.
That sounds wrong for some reason.
Rollins Renegades. The Outer Circle.
That's bad.
The in the Loop. The Loops.
The Loopers?
The Loopers. The Fruit Loops.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to fly.
Toucan Sam. Follow your nose. Tony the Tiger? I don't know.
He's dead, by the way.
Tony the Tiger's dead?
Yeah, he passed away. Sad.
Rest in peace, brother.
Yeah. He used to be on WCW, by the way.
What?
One of the announcer guys, he was Tony the Tiger in WCW.
Oh, okay. I was like, Tony the Tiger wasn't a real person, John.
No, but like the...
The voice of Tony the Tiger. So we don't have a good name for Seth Rollins' group. How about the structure? Because he's the architect, so he's built this group. It's a structure. The structure. They are the foundation. They're the foundation of the WWE.
Ooh,
it's kind of close to Heart Foundation. Yeah,
I don't like that.
The structure.
Fine, the structure. Still bad.
Look to them for structure in WWE. I don't know, man. I'm spitballing here.
Well, it's going to be bad no matter what.
Come up with
right?
a good name, John.
I thought Prophecy was better than
it's
Structure.
terrible. The Prophecy. You stole it from your buddy Jeremy Prophet.
He's Prophet. Hence
Gimmick
Prophecy's
infringement.
good. That's a twist. It's a twist on a very good gimmick.
Stolen gimmicks. I like Rollins Angels.
It's wrong. It's just wrong. Completely wrong. They're not angels whatsoever.
Sexy Seth and his band of misfits.
Rollins is demons. Yeah, that's good.
Terrible. Rollins is demons. I don't like it at all. How about the new Shield?
No, that's bad. Come on.
How about Shield 2.0?
That's what they kind of are right now. So,
yeah. How about, who's Dean Ambrose?
He still exists. People remember him. They talk about him a lot all the time.
How about the Super Elite? The 1%.
No.
No, the 1% isn't bad.
I feel like that's been done, though. 1%ers.
Yeah, isn't like EC3 part of the 1%? Yeah, but EC3's barely a thing anymore.
Well, he got buried, unfortunately. Vince doesn't like him for whatever reason. It's too bad. He's a great talent, but Vince doesn't like him.
Should have stayed in Impact. He'd be better off right now.
Sadly.
Maybe not money-wise, though.
Oh, easy time, too. Barely wrestling, but making money.
Yeah.
Not that bad.
Speaking of an easy time, barely wrestling and making money, guess who showed up on Raw this week? The WWE Champion. Our man finally made an appearance. Big Brock took everybody out. He showed up and he's like, hey, I'm Brock Lesnar. I'm here. Deal with it.
I thought that was a fantastic promo by Heyman. And then R-Truth coming out. That was gold. That was one of the best Brock things I've seen in a long time. You didn't like it?
I mean, it was kind of more of the same.
No, like when Truth said he's in the Rumble, and then it's like I'm going against
Truth was good, but Heyman, when he comes out and he's like spoilers and whatever, and the Rumble and da-da-da, it's the same thing from Paul Heyman.
Well, at first he like faked it out, right? Because they left because they were all pissed because they were booing. That was pretty good. And then he got mad at the crowd because the crowd was like still going along with Paul Heyman, and Heyman's like, why are you going along with me? You just booed me. You guys are idiots. That was great.
So R-Truth comes out and he says, he's going to be in the Rumble and he's not scared of Paul Heyman. He knows Heyman's in the Rumble and he's not worried about that. And Brock's like, what? Brock's laughing. And Heyman's like, what are you, an idiot? Brock's in the Rumble. I'm not in the Rumble. And Truth is like, I don't want to be in the Rumble then. I'm out of here. And then Truth says, what's up, Brock? He gets in Brock's face. He says, what's up for some reason. And then Brock hits him with the F5. And he picked up the 24/7 title, which, like, in that moment, Brock gave more respect to the 24/7 title than it's ever had, because it looked like he was considering becoming 24/7 champion. And he was the biggest name guy to ever consider being 24/7 champion. So many guys have like looked at that 24/7 title and been like, whatever, that's for R-Truth and Drake Maverick. I'm Roman Reigns, or I'm Seth Rollins, or I'm Baron Corbin. I don't care about this title. But
Right.
Brock looked at the belt and he's like, yeah, maybe.
Well, I
It
think
was good. It was like, thank you, Brock. Giving the title some credibility.
Unfortunately, it went to Mojo Rawley in the end. So
Oh, yeah, Mojo won that title by the end of the night.
it went right back down again.
Yeah, Ricochet beat Mojo Rawley in a match, but then later on, Mojo showed up after, Brock hit him with the F5, hit Truth with the F5, and Mojo picked up the pieces, kicked Truth in the face, and became the new 24/7 champion.
And he's still the champion to this date.
Good for Mojo.
Well, it's changed up a bit, too. I mean, we've been seeing the same old stuff with Truth all the time. It was Truth and Maverick, Truth and the Singh brothers, and then Truth with just random whoever. Now maybe Mojo's going to have a bit of a run here.
Did you notice R-Truth brought up Brock Lesnar's WrestleMania opponent in his promo?
He mentioned, who did he mention exactly?
Who? You can't see me. His childhood hero, John Cena.
Okay, he mentioned that. It's not Brock's opponent for WrestleMania, though.
Oh, no?
No.
Who will be Brock's opponent for WrestleMania then, Big Johnny?
Well, they mentioned about beating the streak of...
Mr. Brock's going to wrestle Rusev at Royal Rumble, convinced
he
of
is?
it?
He is, though.
No, he's not. Not one-on-one, and he may not even face Rusev in the Rumble.
No, Rusev and Lashley are definitely in the Rumble. That's why they're not double booking them.
Yeah, but they're not going to necessarily touch Brock.
Brock's number one. How are they not going to touch Brock?
Because Brock might not make it till the end.
I'd be very surprised.
And they could get eliminated by other people without ever interacting with Brock. Brock will probably spend half the match laid out on a broken announce table. If Brock is going to be there at the end, do you really expect him to work the whole Rumble match?
I expect something...
What?
I expect something like maybe he'd be out, but it wouldn't be like he got taken out. It'd be like he decides to take a break or something. That's what he wants to do. I doubt they'd ever book him where he gets destroyed.
So he just rolls out of the ring to take a break?
Oh, Paul Heyman will say something like, okay, break time or something,
I could see a lot of guys ganging up on him and him taking like a power bomb through a table, choke slam through an announce table after rolling under the bottom rope or something, or through the middle rope. Like, he won't go over the top. He's going to be selling for a while. You almost forget that he's there, and then he'll come back later in the Rumble. That's how you keep Brock in the Rumble long term without it being all about Brock Lesnar.
Well, Brock's going to get a ton of eliminations. I don't think there's any doubt about that one.
At the beginning.
Right. The first couple people, I think it's going to go down to night 4 or 5, and it's going to be like Brock all the way.
Yeah, and then somebody like Big Show or Kane will come and stop it.
Yeah, Big Show makes sense. Kane, I don't know. Kane's going to be on SmackDown.
It's because he's going to be in the Rumble.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe he's going to face The Fiend, perhaps, in Saudi Arabia. I could see that. Sure.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to WrestleMania, Kane, though.
No. Big Show's going to be in the Rumble, right? He's been around. He wrestled in that fist fight brawl. What'd you think of that?
Kind of ridiculous for that. Like, it just felt like it was going to be more than just that. It's just a hardcore match, and it's just, you got to knock them out.
It was a brawl. Not much really happened either. And the coolest part was Kevin Owens running up the stage.
Yeah, that was
like
cool.
The curved stage, and then doing the dive off that thing. That was awesome. Everything else, Buddy Murphy joined them. That was interesting.
Well, it's supposed to be a fist fight, and it's like you start off with kendo sticks and a table in the ring right off the start of the bell, and it's like, well, this is not exactly what I expected whatsoever, but okay, sure. It's the first time ever something. You got that in.
Yeah. Wasn't the best main event. Didn't leave you wanting more or saying, I can't wait till next week. What are they going to do here?
Well, the problem
no
with
cliffhanger,
This week was all rematches pretty much for the most part, so.
That Rusev-Lashley match was bad.
Unfortunately.
It was just awful. They did nothing. Lashley winds up winning after Rusev got distracted by Lana and Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan showed up during the match to stop Lana from cheating, and then Lana threw a drink in Liv's face and tossed her against the barricade, and then the camera, they executed this so terribly because the camera was pointed on Lana and Liv Morgan the whole time, And then the camera goes back into the ring, and you just see Lashley spear Rusev 1, 2, 3. So it appears as though Lashley just beats Rusev. But then on the replay, they show you, Rusev was actually like looking at the brawl going on outside the ring, and it was a distraction that led to the finish. But in the moment, you had no idea. Very poorly executed finish.
Well, the commentators also stated as well that Rusev was distracted. So they kind of really try to push it, but yeah, unfortunately, when it went down live, it didn't look good. It looked like just Lashley won straight up. So yeah, it's unfortunate, but a lot of action happens, and yeah, Kevin Dunn screwed that one up.
And then Lana and Lashley are interviewed after the match, and Lana's like, it's going to be me and Lashley against Liv Morgan and Rusev next week. We're going to wrestle them. And Lashley's like, what? No, I don't want to do this. Why are we doing this? And it's like, dude, you just beat Rusev. What's the problem? Why are you so scared? What, you scared of Liv Morgan? What's the problem? Why is Bobby Lashley so against the idea of having this tag team match, playa? Who cares?
Well, it seems like, it's done. He beat him. It's over. He wants to move on kind of thing. Because he said, like, after this Monday, like, it's over with him and Rusev. It's done. Like, he's already won. He has nothing more to prove kind of thing. That's his thing.
Okay.
But
he's got the win. He's got Lana. He wins.
But because he's saying that, it means it's not over whatsoever. It's going to keep going and going and going.
So Lana and Lashley will lose here to Liv and Rusev on Raw Monday night. Like, Bobby won last week, so coming up on Monday, Rusev's turn for some revenge.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe that Liv Morgan thing, maybe that was a plan, actually. Maybe Liv Morgan actually is with Lana.
Ooh, so Lashley's kind of working an RVD gimmick where he's got two girlfriends. His girlfriend has a girlfriend. That's what RVD's doing in Impact Wrestling, and it is spicy.
It will definitely not be that racy, that's for sure.
It will not be that X-rated.
No.
But do you think they might do that same gimmick? Because that is what RVD is doing. And by the way, it's not a gimmick. That's his real life, which is commendable.
RVD is cool.
RVD is very cool. RVD is who you wish you were.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I think a lot of people believe that. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
of course.
For sure. Respect RVD. Like, you're living the dream. He's living his best life. Respect to RVD. You got to love him. Unbelievable, this guy.
Rusev, not so much, though.
Rusev not as cool.
Like, he might be done.
Bobby
soon.
Lashley, too. Even if Lashley has, like, Liv Morgan and Lana, he still won't be as cool as RVD.
I don't know. Lashley looks like $1 million, though. I mean, that's fantastic. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Rob Van Dam looks cool, too, in his own way. Bobby Lashley and Lana continue their journey together, and that'll happen Monday night. You think Rey might take the title from Andrade Monday night in the ladder match? I don't. I think Andrade for sure retains.
Yeah, what's a ladder match? You're not really losing in a sense. You weren't pinned. You weren't submitted. This is the time to, give Rey something here in the end. I mean, they take away from Rey so much. Just give him a moment.
The Viking Raiders cut an awkward promo in the ring there. I don't know what that was. Not great. And then they squashed the Singh brothers. Well, I guess they took care of the OC and the, what do you call them? What are they called? The primetime players? What are those guys? Montez and the Street Profits.
They're not the crime time.
Primetime players.
Okay.
Remember Darren Young and Titus O'Neil?
Right, okay, yes.
Millions of dollars. It's a similar gimmick.
I guess, sure, sort of. Not really. Like, these guys are more like, well, this is what's happened on Raw this week. Primetime players never did that. Primetime players were always about themselves.
I guess you're right. But they're very much like, loud kind of guys.
Okay. Like, I don't know. Not the same at all.
I forgot the name of the team, John, okay? I'm sorry. Primetime players, crime time players, Street Profits, Private Party. There's a lot of teams out there, man, with similar gimmicks.
Well, Street Profits
like Street Profits and Private Party. It's not the same gimmick, but it's not dissimilar. If they were one faction, it would be pretty good.
See, there's definitely more similarity with Private Party and Street Profits because they're kind of like in that party kind of atmosphere kind of thing. They like to go in the crowd, both of them.
They're drinking, they're celebrating,
exactly,
you know?
Yeah. There's similarities there in this one. But still, I mean, different, though. because they're
For
always about the party. These guys are they're kind of more businessmen too, I find, Street Profits.
Congratulations to Angelo Dawkins. Didn't he have a
son, right?
He had a kid, right?
Right, yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Good for him. One half of the Street Profits. The other half is Montez Ford. Congratulations to his wife, Bianca Belair, who won the NXT Battle Royal to get a title shot against Rhea Ripley. So, there you go. Good news all around.
Whoa, Rhea Ripley if she beats Toni Storm at Worlds Collide.
Oh, right. The winner of the Rhea Ripley-Toni Storm match taking place Saturday at Worlds Collide.
Correct. And then Belair gets a shot at Portland, Takeover Portland. So
why are they doing a takeover in Portland?
Because we need a takeover every month apparently now. It's fine to do that, but I think they might be overkilling takeover now, unfortunately.
It's not even the day before a WWE show or anything. It's just a takeover randomly February 16th in Portland, Oregon. Why?
I think it's to promote the NXT brand more. They're trying to get it more over, so they're trying to have them established by themselves, not just with a pay-per-view all the time where it's like, well, you get this, but really you're just wanting to watch WrestleMania.
Yeah.
But that's good, though. I think they're trying to get NXT over more.
Is it working? Are people watching these shows? Do people care?
Yes and no. I think a lot of people like the wrestling of NXT. I think the problem is a lot of these guys just aren't over yet. And there's a difference between being over like to the extent of Raw and SmackDown and then being over to like the fan base in Full Sail University. Yes, these guys are over at Full Sail University and they're getting tons of pops, but are people going to tune in every week to watch this on Wednesday nights? Doesn't seem like it, unfortunately.
All right, we got to take a short pause here for the radio side. It is Wrestling Uncensored. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit about that Buddy Murphy, Aleister Black awkward finish. Randy Orton and AJ Styles and Drew McIntyre had a match on Raw. We'll tell you how that went. And also everything going on in All Elite Wrestling. They're going to be on a boat next week. Middle of the ocean doing their show. We'll tell you about that. And a big match featuring Pac and Jon Moxley. It is Wrestling Uncensored. Stay with us. Pass me the wire for the laptop. It's about to die. About to do a commercial break here. My laptop's about to die. We got to charge the top. Charge that top, baby.
As long as it doesn't die, that's the important part. Don't die.
Don't die, laptop. Stay alive. Uh-oh, it's not working. Come on, green light. There's the green light, baby. We're good.
You have life.
All right, we got to do a break. We got to do a little thing.
Oh, yeah, I hope we're on break now. Yeah, you better have cut that. Please cut that.
Cut what?
Putting the cord into your...
Charging?
Yeah.
Why? Was that so horrible, John?
I don't think people on the radio would appreciate that whatsoever.
Who cares what they want to appreciate? I don't care what they appreciate. Goddamn, listen to the show. You got to deal with it. God damn it. Not charging you anything for this show. What the fuck you want from me? Shit.
Well, they tune in just to hear you swear, I guess. So, yeah.
Yeah, you get that during the commercial breaks. Get me swearing. But boom. All right. Let's get to a commercial break before I take this show off the rails. Here at Ringside Report Network, we've been producing podcasts for a very long time, and many of you have been using Stitcher to listen to our shows, Wrestling Uncensored, Ringside Report MMA. Stitcher offering you the Ringside Report universe as part of the sponsorship of our work, a special offer on the premium version of their service. Now, besides all of our podcasts, you can listen to over 100,000 podcasts on your iPhone, Android, tablet, PC, Amazon Echo device, or in your car. They've got the Joe Rogan Experience, Something to Wrestle with Bruce Pritchard, MMA fighting shows, and more. You get access to Stitcher Originals, bonus episodes, comedy albums, just $4.99 a month, $34.99 a year. You go to Stitcher.com/premium to sign up today. Use the promo code RINGSIDE, Stitcher.com/premium, promo code RINGSIDE for a free month of Stitcher Premium. And let Stitcher know that we sent you. Stitcher.com/premium, promo code RINGSIDE.
Reminds me, I haven't listened to the new Bruce Pritchard podcast this week. I have to check that out. It's usually a very good podcast, Pritchard. Very good.
I know a podcast you won't be checking out.
Which one?
Irreparable Damage.
No, I don't check that out whatsoever. And I think you know that, apparently, which is funny.
Why did you block the show on Twitter?
It's a kind of a complicated situation. So
I have another podcast called Irreparable Damage. It's like a local Montreal-based podcast about stuff going on in Montreal. I do it with a friend of mine who's like a journalist for the Canadian press. And for some reason, Johnny North has blocked the show's official Twitter account. I was on it, posting the new show, and then I went to follow you, and I couldn't because we were blocked. And I was shocked that you would block a show that I do. What did I do?
You did nothing wrong. So just know that. You did nothing wrong, but it makes me happy to not have that in my life whatsoever. So just understand that.
I don't understand that. You're going to have to explain that a little further, I think.
Okay. Well, I don't like your friend too much whatsoever, so. And I'm happy like not have him in my life whatsoever, so that requires me to block that, so.
He's a good man.
I don't trust him.
Don't trust him? You barely know the guy.
I know him enough not to trust him. So, I'm sorry.
Wow, you're going to publicly diss him like this. I'm shocked. I cannot believe that you went there. Wow.
Well, I'm sorry because I know that this offends you.
I'm not offended. I'm surprised.
Okay.
Surprised you'd go there. I'm not going to come on here and insult any of your friends.
Well, I understand if you would. I mean, I know you don't like some of my friends, unfortunately, but that's the way it works out sometimes.
I don't know your friends.
That's not true, and you know it, but whatever.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know your friends. I don't say anything bad publicly about any of your friends. And here you are.
You definitely know them, but whatever.
Do I block anybody? Have I blocked anyone?
Maybe you have. Maybe you have. I don't know. I know you don't talk to them whatsoever.
People don't talk to me. I don't talk to them. That's how it works. You can talk to me if you want to. I'm out there. I'm available. Right. I don't have anybody blocked on any kind of social media like you do, John. I'm out there. You want to talk to me? You could talk to me. You got some sort of differences with me? You could settle them. Johnny North, apparently, you can't even reach him. If he feels that you wronged him 15, 20 years ago, he is going to block you for life. He's blocked a lot of people on Twitter. How many people you have blocked on Twitter?
Not that many. Not that many at all.
Give or take, ballpark. How many? How many accounts you have blocked?
I think 4 off the top of my head.
That's it?
That's it.
And one of them is one of my shows?
Yeah.
How dare you?
Well, I'm sorry. I told you. I'm not apologizing again because I've already apologized like 4 times now. Again, it wasn't anything towards you. But unfortunately, you're part of it, so it is towards you in a sense. Sorry. Again, I apologize.
Shocked and disgusted.
You'll be okay, though. Don't worry.
Yeah, I'll be fine. I don't care, really. But I just can't believe it. I was surprised. I was like, what? There's got to be a mistake.
You kind of shouldn't be. I mean, we kind of talked about it already.
Nah, I don't know about that. I only have like one person blocked on Twitter that I know of.
Yeah, I thought you had a couple people blocked. People blocked you too, so...
Oh, Wade Barrett. just Wade Barrett.
The boxing community apparently blocked you.
The boxing community? Everybody in boxing.
Well, there was at least somebody in boxing.
Was there some guy in boxing that blocked me or got mad at me or something for something I said?
Because I think it was something about the Floyd and Connor fight.
Oh, yeah. Boxing people got all mad about that fight for sure.
There you go.
That's okay. But yeah, I got friends that are in boxing. That's fine. I like boxing. It's fine.
No, but I just know that, sometimes you upset people.
Wade Barrett and a couple of boxing writers or whatever got mad at me. That's pretty much it. And as far as people I have blocked, it's like one person that I could think of, and he's a total idiot.
Do I know this person? I guess I know this person.
I think you might.
Oh, boy.
I think you might.
Great.
But whatever. He's like a dummy, so what are you going to do? That's why I blocked him, because he wasn't responsible enough to read my tweets. So I was like, you know what? You are not responsible enough to be on the internet and interact with me, so I'm going to block you from being able to do that.
It's good when you can work out your differences. Unfortunately, sometimes you can't work out your differences. Sometimes it comes down to that. It's
some people you're just like, oh, you're just too dumb to deal with, and I don't want to waste my time, so I'm just going to block you instead, That's what the block button's there for. It's like, because on Twitter, you're too accessible. You're just right out there. But if people are going to come at you and just say dumb things to you all the time, and you see that stuff, you're just going to be, at a certain point, say, you know what, I think you suck, and I'm going to block you. It's not even just a person that, like, I know over Twitter. It's a person that I know in real life.
See, I think that's it, though. I feel like...
That's like, that takes it another level.
Right. Like, that's the worst. Like, I feel like if you don't really know them, it's like, well, whatever. I mean, they can say what they want. They're not informed whatsoever, really, if they think that way, right? So.
I'd probably tell this pendejo not to talk to me in real life either.
Okay.
Be like, yo, keep walking, son. Keep walking. Or you see what happens.
Well, especially in wrestling.
You see what happens?
Well, in wrestling, you've seen it, though. A lot of people will criticize the hell out of you just for having an opinion. So.
Oh, yeah. That Jim Cornette stuff, people got real mad at me about that.
Oh, really? Wow.
Oh, yeah. We took a bunch of heated comments calling me an idiot, saying I didn't know what I was talking about. Yeah, that's fine, because you guys know what you're talking about.
Well, what happened exactly? I'm not aware of this whatsoever.
Oh, I don't know. There was some comments on Facebook on the video of Jim Cornette where we were talking about how Cornette, you know, his idea of pro wrestling is a little bit outdated, and he's not really great for wrestling because he has all these dumb fans that listen to him and think that what he says is gospel, but it's not. It's just his opinion, and his opinion a lot of the times is wrong. If you can list... over a handful of some of the top stars in pro wrestling today that think Jim Cornette is a piece of trash that knows nothing, maybe there's a problem with Jim Cornette. And if you think that everything he says is correct, maybe there's a problem with you.
So, well, was this Cornette that talked to you?
No. His fans.
His fans did, okay.
Yeah, his dumbass fans.
All right. It was just on Facebook, apparently.
Yeah. Maybe on YouTube, too. In the comments of the videos. I see the comments. I'm like, yeah. Calling me an idiot, saying all sorts of dumb stuff. That,
really?
Yeah. It's great.
Whoa.
That happens, man. It's the internet. There's a lot of people that hide behind screens and keyboards on the internet. It happens. It's okay.
Wow. I'm kind of surprised. I didn't know about this whatsoever. But that's a great thing about not having Facebook. You don't have to worry about that drama, I suppose.
Yeah, you don't even have Facebook. You didn't see. Yeah, but you can watch these videos on Facebook, so... people come out of the woodwork with their comments. It's amusing.
Well, that's it, too. And you've been in radio. You've been a personality for years, so I imagine you've gotten tons of criticism against you.
Yeah, it happens, man, but it never has happened to me face-to-face. No one has ever said anything to me one-on-one to my face.
Well, it's a different ballgame when that happens. That's why. It's totally different because it's I can say whatever I want because I'll never meet this person.
Yeah.
Then when you meet the person, it's a totally different story. So, of course, you're going to get that.
I fucking grabbed you and
Well, that's too bad. I'm sorry to hear that.
No, that's okay. It's good, man. It's new viewers and new listeners to the show. And they're not always going to like what we do. If everybody liked what we do, we wouldn't be doing the right thing. So some people are not going to like certain things that we say, and that's totally cool. You can suck it. If you don't like me or what I say, fine. Keep watching. Kiss my ass at the same time.
Well, I wouldn't go that far, but it's okay. You don't agree. Fine.
Yeah, fine. You think I'm stupid. You think whatever. As long as you're watching, what do I care?
So you have another commercial, right? Let's get to that. Unless you have something else you want to bring up.
Am I right, though, John? As long as they're watching.
Well, they watched,
that's the most important.
They watched and they responded.
They watched and they responded. Thank you. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for watching. And for those that love us, we love you right back. For those that don't love us, we like you. We still like you. We don't love you, obviously. We can't love you, but we like you. We're fine with you.
See, this is why when you wish everyone a Merry Christmas, it's a lie. You should never say that.
No, I wish everybody a Merry Christmas. Even the people that think, call me an idiot or I'm a dickhead or whatever. You want to say that stuff?
Really?
Yeah, sure. Merry Christmas to you. Yeah, because they're unhappy. They're unhappy with themselves. I saw one of these guys on Facebook. It was hilarious. Because, it's so easy to see, what's going on with this person? Why would he write such a weird, mean thing to somebody he doesn't know, right? So then you click on their profile, and this guy was obsessed with Donald Duck. Every picture on his Facebook profile was Donald Duck. I'm like, well, this guy's obviously not right in the head. He's obsessed with Donald Duck. What the hell's going on here? Weirdos, man. Weirdos on the internet. It's okay, man. It's okay. There's a lot of weirdo guys out there, and it's totally cool. I like them. Merry Christmas to them too,
Okay.
Because they'd be super nice to me if I ever met them in person, you know? They wouldn't be disrespectful. They wouldn't say, no one ever comes up to you and says, I think your show sucks. They might write it, on the internet, but they're never going to come up and say that to you. So it's fine,
I haven't heard anyone come up to me at all, so that hasn't happened.
Who's going to come up to you and say anything, right?
Right.
You're a monster. And I'm scarier in person than I am on the internet.
You are very scary, yeah.
Like, I'm more intimidating in real life when you see me than I am just kind of... Like, here, it's like, oh, nice guy, having fun, But I've been told, like, people don't want to come up to me. People don't want to approach me because I'm like, I don't know.
Well,
I don't mean to do anything either. It's just kind of the,
Well, that Ringside Report version of you from this week, well, that comes out, so... And once that comes out, that's kind of scary.
Beware of the big dog. Hoo-wah!
You have a dark side. We've seen it.
You're damn right. All right. Let's get to the commercials. Stop all this nonsense. IP Vanish. You need to get IP Vanish. You need to stay secure on the internet. If you are using public Wi-Fi hotspots, you need IP Vanish. If you want to use the internet as if you're using it from your server's location, if you want to stay safe online, you need IP Vanish. And now, any new user visiting IP Vanish until January 31st can get the perfect privacy pair for even less. You can protect everything from your internet connection to your files with the IP Vanish and Sugar Sync bundle. Now, save up to 66% on IP Vanish VPN with this limited time discount. What you got to do is you go to vpn.ringsidereport.net. You go to vpn.ringsidereport.net. You sign up for IP Vanish. You can get 2 years of VPN plus secure storage for as low as $4.12 a month. That is a tremendous deal for new users. This promo will end January 31st. So go there right now. Go to vpn.ringsidereport.net. Sign up for IP Vanish today. Help out the Ringside Report Network and get yourself secure on the internet.
I just realized I think I have actually more people that I've blocked on Twitter, actually. Because I don't know if you've ever gotten those accounts where the people just send you DMs like, oh, check out my pics at this link, whatever.
No?
Clearly, I think that's like spam or like whatever.
Oh, my DMs aren't open. I have to follow you to get DMs from you.
Okay. Well, I've gotten that where people just follow and then I get the DM right away kind of thing. So usually I'm just like, well, I'll block that because that's probably obviously spam or robot or whatever. So there's a bunch of that on Twitter. So, but I think in terms of like real things, and I guess your show is somewhat of a real thing, I'll count that. I think it's only 4. But the robots are probably at least 20, maybe even 50.
That's good, John. So you have a lot of people on your block list. Like, I don't have that many. I'm trying to find my list. I don't even know where it is. Where is it? I'm trying to look at it right now.
Oh, you're going to let me see your block list? I'm surprised by that, but
What
okay.
do I care?
Okay.
Don't say who's on the list.
Okay.
Where is it? Content
I'll
preferences?
try not to react when I'm like...
Blocked accounts.
I see. Okay.
5 accounts. Solid block list.
I have questions now.
My block list is funny. Yeah, you have questions, but don't ask any of them. Sometimes I block things because they're ads. Like if you're when it's like right here, there's an ad on Twitter for whatever this is. I might just block this thing on principle. I don't know what it is, but it's an ad on Twitter. Blocked. I just blocked an ad. I don't want to see the ad, so I block it.
I think I may have done the same thing too. Possibly.
Smart. That's just smart. But you like my block list, eh? You have questions?
Well, obviously we can't talk about this on air, unfortunately. But yeah, I have questions. Like, why? For a lot of it. I don't understand. Like, where's the beef here? But I guess,
$20, I'll send you my block list, all right? Send it to the Patreon.
Patreon, yeah.
$20 to my Patreon, I'll send you my block list, okay? That's how much you want to know. You got to send me $20. That's the deal. I'll send it to you, no problem.
Or the video when we talk about it, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I could I'll give you an explanation for another 20. All right. You want to know why? You want to know why? I'll tell you for more. It could get pretty controversial. I could get in a lot of trouble if I really explain everything. And even if I showed my block list, you might be like, uh-oh, what are you doing blocking these people?
Well, again, like I can't really say anything back because I'm kind of in the same boat. So
it's a short list. But at least I didn't block anything that you're associated with, John. I didn't block like a wrestling promotion you work for or something. Thanks for blocking one of my shows. Let's get back to business.
No, but you block something that's kind of associated with me in a sense, but sort of ish. We'll talk about it later, obviously, because we can't talk about it now.
The party?
No, not the party.
The channel?
not even the channel. I wish
the guy.
Yeah, one of them. Yeah.
The comedian?
No.
The other guy?
Yeah. I'm surprised, but it's okay.
You know that other guy's a piece of garbage.
Well, I don't think he is, but apparently you do.
Piece of trash. Piece of trash. I'll tell you why later.
I think I kind of know why.
Oh, you don't know. He's disgusting, this guy. Terrible guy. Terrible guy. Blocked. All right, let's get back to the show.
All right.
All right, welcome back. It is Wrestling Uncensored. I'm Dave Simon. He's Johnny North. RingsideReport.net is the website. Go there right now. Check us out. We've got so much content, MMA, pro wrestling, over on our website. If you're listening to this on the radio or on a podcast, well, you could watch this show. You could watch our UFC 246 watch-along. You could watch Dave and Johnny Live, which is a YouTube-exclusive show. We talked about Tessa Blanchard winning the Impact World title. We talked about the late, great Rocky Johnson and his career. We talked about Marty Scurll signing with Ring of Honor. We talked about Johnny North's movie review of the Doolittle movie. So much going on Dave and Johnny Live, so go check that out right now on our YouTube channel on RingsideReport.net. We are a week away from the Royal Rumble. Keith Lee, Roderick Strong will take place coming up Wednesday night for the North American title on NXT. Will Keith Lee or Roderick Strong be in the Rumble? It's been pretty quiet as far as NXT people being in this thing. It was thought at one point it would be 10 from Raw, 10 from SmackDown, 10 from NXT, but we haven't heard anyone from NXT declare themselves for the Royal Rumble. We've been seeing it on Raw and SmackDown, people saying, I'm in the Rumble. You know, Roman Reigns said it, Brock Lesnar has said it, Ron Kill, R-Truth kind of said it, but then said maybe not. You know, people are saying, hey, I'm in the Rumble. No one from NXT has said they're in the Rumble.
Right. I think maybe they aren't 100% sure that this is going to be 10 from each brand. I'm thinking maybe they're like, well, this isn't going to work out the way we planned it. So the NXT, usually when NXT guys showed up in the Rumble, it's a surprise. So I think for the most part, it might just be a surprise.
I'm just counting. And there's no way they can do 10 from NXT because they have over 10, I think, from Raw. Let's see. Brock Lesnar, AJ Styles, Eric Rowan, Randy Orton, Rey Mysterio, Ricochet, Drew McIntyre, Rusev, Lashley, Aleister Black, Buddy Murphy. That's 11 guys from Raw that have already been announced. So far on SmackDown, you got Roman Reigns, Elias, King Corbin, Dolph Ziggler, Otis, and Tucker. So 6 guys from SmackDown have been announced. So that is a total of 17 guys already in there. I mean, there's room for 10 people from NXT, but then you have fewer than 10 from SmackDown. So this was thought to be a tri-branded battle royal, but it may wind up only being Raw and SmackDown. And of those 17 guys, I didn't name the 18th guy that was reported by the Sun newspaper. Cain Velasquez apparently is going to be in the Royal Rumble, despite the fact that he had knee surgery over the summer. Apparently he's good to go. Does that mean he's going to win? Does that mean he's just going to be the guy to eliminate Brock? You would think he'd just be the guy to eliminate Brock and maybe set up Cain versus Brock for Mania. which would leave the door open for Roman Reigns to win the Royal Rumble to set up Roman Reigns versus The Fiend for WrestleMania.
It's all starting to make sense now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you're starting to realize.
It's going to be Cain Velasquez, Brock Lesnar, the rematch at Mania. The only reason I didn't think that it was going to happen was because I didn't think Cain was going to be healthy in time. But if the Sun newspaper is reporting he's going to be in the Rumble here next week, he'll probably make that Saudi Arabia show at the end of February too. He might wrestle Brock there, have the rematch there. They did the first one there.
Well, they might do like the trilogy. They might have Kane wrestle Brock there and then win the championship and then wrestle again WrestleMania. Why not? I think people would be interested in that a lot.
So you put the title on Cain Velasquez for like a month or maybe more?
I'm thinking just the way they were talking about Undertaker's streak and they put it over a lot like crazy. Why not end the Undertaker here at this WrestleMania with Brock and Taker?
Whoa. What do you mean?
We'll have that as the match at WrestleMania instead.
What about Kane and Brock?
You can do that in Saudi Arabia.
So you would have Cain Velasquez wrestle Brock in Saudi Arabia, win the WWE title.
Oh, he doesn't have to win the WWE title.
Okay.
He can lose again.
So then what do you do with Cain Velasquez?
Team him with Rey.
At Mania?
Yeah.
Against who?
Who's on Raw would be a good tag team.
Nobody.
AOP.
Oh,
That's perfect. It works. Book it.
And you do Brock Lesnar against The Undertaker?
It kind of makes, storyline-wise, it makes sense. Because, like, that kind of destroyed The Undertaker. And he's just, like, hanging on, but barely. Brock should end him at WrestleMania.
And then what? He does?
Yeah.
And then it's over.
Well, finally give The Undertaker an ending. That's what he wants, right?
I don't know if he wants an ending. He doesn't seem to want to end his career anytime soon.
Well, what can he really do at this point?
Well,
he doesn't want to end it, but he needs to end it, so.
I don't know what he could do, but a match with Brock Lesnar is not appealing to me. I don't want to see Taker Lesnar again. We've seen it so many times. Their last match at Mania was quite bad. I'm sure Taker would like to have another shot at it, but I don't imagine it being that much better this time.
No, but
I don't want to see that. Taker and Brock. And again, like, you're going into a match with Brock where you'd expect him to win. And then what? He wins?
what's wrong with that? Nothing wrong with that.
So it's a predictable finish. Brock beats Taker. He retires Taker. And then Brock continues as WWE champion. That's not fun for anybody. No one likes that, John. I don't like that at all. I would much rather see Brock Lesnar wrestle Cain Velasquez or John Cena or Randy Orton or somebody like that.
Really,
I don't
Randy Orton?
I don't want to see Brock wrestle The Undertaker. Randy could actually have a good match with Brock at this point in time. I don't know what Taker is capable of.
It's kind of the fun of it, though, isn't it, though?
No. I like to remember The Undertaker as a great performer. I don't like these Undertaker matches where it's like, it's not quite the same. He seems a step behind. And you go in there with Brock Lesnar, like, it's not going to be an easy match. It's going to be a rough ride. I don't need to see that. Plus, I've seen Brock and Taker wrestle so many times. It's not a dream match anymore. It does nothing for me. That's the last thing I'd want Undertaker to do right now.
Well, didn't The Undertaker have a great match last time at Extreme Rules? When he teamed with Roman Reigns? I thought that match was fantastic.
It was okay.
I thought it was the best match they had on that show, without question.
It wasn't a good show.
No, but it was a great way to start off the show. And that was just great for The Undertaker to have that comeback moment from Goldberg. It went to show that The Undertaker, he's still got something in him. It's just how you use him. It's important. You can't use him for these big marathon matches. Just keep the match with Brock short.
So ideally, in your perfect world, you would have Undertaker wrestling Brock Lesnar at Mania this year.
I'm just throwing that idea out there. I'm not sure if I want that for sure, but...
Well, what do you want, John?
I love Kevin Owens to face Brock. But, I mean, let's face it. It's sad as it is. Like, Kevin's like the third, fourth man right now in this group against Seth Rollins. It's sad, but he is.
Yeah, I don't see him being built up to a point where they're going to put him up against Brock Lesnar at Mania.
So it's tough to say who's going to wrestle Brock.
At this stage, it's going to have to be a really big star, like Cain Velasquez, like an Undertaker, or John Cena, or even Randy Orton, I think would be a big enough star for it. They have a good history. I think that match makes sense for Mania. I could see Randy winning the Rumble.
Well, if Tyson Fury wins his fight, I could see Tyson Fury against Brock. I don't want to see it, but I could see them booking it, though.
That's not good.
I'm not saying quality-wise. I'm just saying in terms of name, marquee, they'll definitely do that, I think.
Okay, well, we'll have to wait and see. Next week is the Rumble. We'll find out. We'll give you a full Rumble preview next week. I wanted to talk about that Aleister Black Buddy Murphy finish real quick. Aleister Black hits his Black Mass kick. It goes for the 1-2, and it doesn't look like Murphy kicks out, but the referee says his shoulder's up. And then they kind of get back up, and then he hits the kick again, and then 1, 2, 3, the match is over. Why?
It's bad because no one's ever kicked out of this move before, and that's considered the first ever kick out of the move, and it looks like garbage. So they just kind of buried his move right there. It's pretty bad.
Yeah, it wasn't good, and it's just more overproducing from the WWE. You know, somebody got in the ref's ear and said, no, that wasn't enough. It wasn't, strong enough. It wasn't a good enough finish. Do it again. And it's kind of like what happened last week with the Rey Mysterio and Andrade finish. Like, Rey didn't show enough concern for Zelina Vega. So when Andrade went to hit him with the DDT, the ref stopped it and was like, no, Rey, go back outside the ring, show more concern for Zelina, and then he gets dragged back inside and gets hit with the DDT for the finish. It was so obvious that something went wrong that they had the referee interfere and stop everything and then restart it, and then they do it again this week. It's like, man, the main criticism over the WWE is that it's overproduced, and then you have a match like this that perfectly encapsulates the overproduction of the WWE. Like, it's micromanaged at every level, and it's just too much. You have this great match between Aleister Black and Buddy Murphy. It was a really good one. It had an easy finish with a nice kick, 1, 2, 3, but they had to screw it up, overproduce, and have him do it again. It's just like, it looks bad on live TV. Doesn't help your performers, and it makes your company look dumb.
It's too bad, but I mean, I don't think it's Black or Murphy's fault. They put on a good match. Unfortunately, backstage there was a problem, or the referee was told, like, hey, you have to do this, so that's too bad. But again, like, not really the fault of the talent, so I don't know if the match really should be considered terrible because of that, or the finish should be considered like, oh, that was so bad. It's not really their fault.
No, it's not their fault, but that's what I'm saying. It's the WWE's fault. It's overproducing.
It's a shame. It's too bad, but that's the way it is. That's how they control things. They want things a certain way, and they have to get it their way.
Well, it makes their errors look very obvious, right?
Well, live television, it looks like garbage. Yeah, of course. It's too bad. It took away from what was a great match.
The Becky Lynch-Asuka contract signing, real quick. Becky sold that green mist to the face from Asuka like it was acid and like she was dying. I guess that's how you're supposed to sell it, but it was just like they focused on it for so long, it was kind of like, all right, move along.
Well, it gave something that was pretty much nothing, right? Because I thought that contract signing, it's like, well, what's going to happen here? This is nothing whatsoever. Who cares? So at least by doing that, it's like, okay, well, Becky's hurt. Possibly, maybe she can't do this match, and then you had her talking about her insecurities, about wrestling her, so it made it interesting, like just Becky talking, because Asuka can't talk, or talk where we can understand her, so they made something out of nothing, in my opinion, with that little segment.
I guess it was a little strange.
They had nothing else, so.
Why is Otis helping Mandy Rose win matches? He's like distracting Alexa Bliss and helping Mandy win on SmackDown.
Because Mandy gave him a cake.
An I'm sorry cake.
Right.
Yeah, but that's kind of a heel thing to do, Otis.
Well,
for Alexa.
He didn't mean to, like, distract Alexa. He meant to distract Mandy, actually. But it worked in Mandy's favor. So
And what's with that tongue gimmick that Otis was doing? The whole la 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 to Mandy? That was a little much.
I didn't notice that. I don't want to notice that. So.
La 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 la.
That's pretty bad. Don't do it yourself.
Yeah, if you smell la 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 la, what Otis is cooking. Braun Strowman beat Shinsuke Nakamura in a non-title match. Braun and Shinsuke are going to wrestle for the IC title at some point, right?
Well, the Rumble makes sense, right? I mean, they need to book other matches besides the Rumble, no? And they seem to book everything else for Raw and SmackDown, so why not make the title match for the Rumble?
So far, the only other matches booked for the Rumble show, Roman Reigns versus King Corbin, 1-on-1, Becky Lynch versus Asuka for the Raw Women's title, and The Fiend defending the WWE Universal title against Daniel Bryan. And then you have the men and women's Rumble matches. Daniel Bryan, poor Bryan, he had to look disturbed when he found that dismembered rambling rabbit in a box in the locker room. He was like, oh, what is this? Poor Bryan having to act like this is scary or not ridiculous in any kind of way.
Well,
he's just dumb.
He's helping getting Bray Wyatt over with his character, so he's doing his job. I don't see the problem with this whatsoever. Look, he's not going to win. You just have to get that through your head. You haven't realized that yet.
No, I figured it out. It's fine. He's not going to win. But it's just like, all right, fine. This is what he has to do. He's got to make the Fiend seem like it's not a totally ridiculous concept.
Exactly.
Oh, my God. Like, if you found a dismembered puppet in your locker room, would you be like, oh, no? Or would you be like, okay? Like, Bryan had to act like it was, oh, no, this is scary, when in reality, it's like, it's a puppet with paint on it. Like, okay? Am I supposed to care? Like, you know? Like, he's supposed to act like he's scared, which makes him look dumb, because we're all at home going, okay, the puppet is got paint on him. Okay. You know? So when Bryan's like, oh my God, it's like, come on, dude. Poor Daniel Bryan having to act like this for this nonsense.
Well, if it was me, I'd act disgusted too, but not disgusted where I'm scared, just disgusted like, who put this filth in my locker? So maybe, I mean, you can look at it like that.
I'd be disgusted like, is this seriously the angle that I'm in? Ugh.
Okay, but that's still the same kind of look in a sense, so it still works.
That still works. All right, how about AEW? Things are working there. I like the opening match. Again, AEW every single week on Dynamite, they have a killer opener, right?
Yes, that's without question.
It's a really strong point to the show. They start off really strong. Hangman Page and Kenny Omega wind up winning a fatal four-way to earn a tag team title shot. They beat Proud and Powerful, the Best Friends, and the Young Bucks. Hangman winds up tagging himself in on Matt Jackson, which led to the V-Trigger Buckshot Lariat combo on Chucky T for the 1-2-3 and the victory. A little bit of a disagreement there between the Bucks, Hangman after the match, but it seemed to resolve itself, and all the guys posed together, you know, all members of the Elite there, Hangman, Kenny, and the Bucks. But I really like that we had a little bit of the opposition between the Bucks, Kenny, and Hangman. They had to wrestle each other because right now Kenny and Hangman are making a run in the tag team division, and they're going to have a tag team title shot against SCU coming up Wednesday night on Dynamite, live from the Jericho Cruise. On a boat, they're going to have these matches, and it'll be Kenny and Hangman versus SCU for the tag team titles.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, some of the matches are on the boat. Some of the matches are going to be on the beach, no?
I don't know.
So it's going to be interesting to see how this all works. Apparently, this tag team title match will be on the boat.
Okay.
So that's going to be kind of cool.
Right, because they dock at some point, and I guess they'll have matches on the beach, too?
Right.
Wow.
So I don't know how
this is cool, man. I like this venue change for AEW. It's fun.
Yeah, but live, how is this all going to work? I have no idea how this is going to work. So
I don't know. They have sound problems and little glitches when they're doing it from an arena.
We have that too sometimes.
How's it going to work? Yeah, sure, but how's it going to work like on a boat in the middle of the ocean? That's what I worry about. I worry about the feed. I worry about technically it all working out. Of course, AEW signed a big new deal this week with Warner Media to have Dynamite run on TNT through the year 2023. So all those people predicting the end of AEW, well, not for another 3 or 4 years at the very least. And AEW is going to add a new show to the Warner Media networks. It could be on TBS, but it's looking like it's going to be AEW Dark going to TNT. So a second night of AEW TV on TNT, which is huge for All Elite Wrestling. A huge new deal, millions of dollars coming in, and a secure future for the next little while at least, which is great. It's great for wrestling. It's great for the company.
And now they've signed Taz as another commentator who's probably going to be on this show.
Wow, so he's officially signed. There are rumors that Brian Cage, formerly of Impact Wrestling, is going to AEW, although those rumors have been disputed. I'd believe it, and he'd be a great acquisition for AEW. The guy is huge, super jacked, a great talent in wrestling. He'd be a great piece of the puzzle for AEW.
Right, but his wife said they haven't signed anything, and they'll let you know. Like, the news sites aren't going to let you know. I think it's one of those things where it's like he's deciding, and it seems like he's more than likely going to decide AEW, but it's not official yet.
I think he'd be great there. He'd be a great fit.
Of course. I can't wait for him and Jericho. That's a dream match for me. I want to see that.
Him and Kenny would do some great stuff, too.
Like machine versus machine, of course.
It's good stuff. Elsewhere on AEW this week. Well, first let's talk about that tag team match coming up on Wednesday. Do you think Hangman and Kenny beat SCU?
No.
First title change in AEW? Is it going to happen?
No.
I don't think so either.
But I want to see the match. I think the match would be fantastic, though.
Yeah.
So it's okay.
I think there'll be some sort of disagreement between Hangman and Kenny that'll lead to them losing.
Finally, the breakup that they've been teasing for so long. Yes.
Yeah. And also coming up on Wednesday, it'll be Pac versus Jon Moxley in a #1 contenders match for the AEW title, which seems kind of dumb at this point.
Why?
Well, Jon Moxley's obviously feuding with Chris Jericho.
Right.
He got beat down by all of the inner circle this week. Jericho's a heel. He's the champion. Pac is a heel. Do you really think Pac is going to win?
No, I don't think he's going to win. But
so what's the point?
Because you got to have a #1 contenders match. You're not just, you're getting the title shot. You got to become the #1 contender.
I know, but it seems like kind of a foregone conclusion that Jon Moxley is the #1 contender for the AEW title, and he doesn't really need to have this match with Pac because it's like, yeah, we know, man. We know. You're feuding with Jericho. We get it.
Right, but he's got to win this match first because that was the whole build, right? He had to win this week, and so did Pac to get to this match. So
I don't like matches that as soon as they're announced, you know the finish. Like, you know how it's going to play out. You know the end. Even if they're trying to sell it like Moxley's half blind, right? Moxley got attacked by the inner circle. Jericho jammed some sort of spike into his eye, and then he was in an ambulance after the Pac and Darby Allin match, which was incredible, by the way. Great main event.
it was very good.
Pac won the match with his red arrow or black arrow or whatever he's calling it.
Yeah.
Black arrow now, red arrow in WWE. Neville hit a red arrow. Pac hits the black one. And then Jon Moxley shows up. He's like out of the ambulance. He doesn't want to be in the ambulance. He's got an eye patch on, and he's like, no matter what, I'm going to be on that boat, and I'm going to wrestle you, Pac. Jon Moxley, Tasmanian Devil, right? So
I think Metal Gear Solid Big Boss, actually.
okay, sorry, I don't know. Whatever. So Jon Moxley, they're trying to make it seem like, maybe he's not going to win because, look, he can't see, but come on now.
Pac also cut a promo against Jericho, too, as well.
Yeah, Pac was like, Jon Moxley, he's not going to be in the match next week. Jericho beat him up, so I'm going to take you on, Jericho. I'm coming for you. But, like, come on. Great match, though. Darby Allin and Pac, great match.
Hey, I think it's going to be a great match between Pac and Moxley as well. So
yeah.
Regardless that you know who's going to win, you're still going to get great action. So you know who's going to win the tag team match pretty much, right? So you're still going to watch.
Pretty much, but you never know. It could be Hangman and Kenny. You never know.
Right. Well, Jericho and Moxley. You don't think Moxley would probably win, but he's probably going to win.
I don't think so.
Well, you'll figure it out eventually.
You'll figure it out. Jon Moxley beat Sammy Guevara on Impact on Dynamite this week. MJF, Butcher, and The Blade beat DDP, Dustin Rhodes, and QT Marshall. What'd you think of DDP's return to the ring?
DDP was all right. He just didn't do that much.
No, he didn't get a couple diamond cutters. Wasn't much there.
But again, he hasn't wrestled in like over 4 years, maybe more. So.
I liked he was wearing the old DDP pants.
Loved it, yeah. That was good. Just no taped ribs, though, unfortunately.
No, but he looked good,
For 63?
I missed the mullet.
Yeah, well, for 63, I mean, that's the best you're going to get.
Looks amazing for 63. But even for 43, he looks really good,
But it was the finish that we predicted as well.
Yeah, QT Marshall took the fall, got rolled up by MJF. Speaking of MJF, Cody cut that in-ring promo talking about MJF and the stipulations for their one-on-one match at Revolution that MJF laid out a couple weeks ago. MJF wants Cody to have a one-on-one match in a cage with Wardlow. Cody accepted. MJF wanted not to be touched by Cody until Revolution. Cody has accepted. And MJF also wants to deliver 10 lashes to the back of Cody Rhodes, which Cody also accepted. So at some point on Dynamite, MJF is going to show up, I guess, with a belt, and he's going to hit Cody 10 times in the back. Cody's back will probably get all busted up and bloodied. You've been hit in the back with a strap. You know what it's like.
Recently.
You've taken many lashes. You had a strap match, a couple months ago?
Right.
Yeah, you know what that's like. So Cody's going to take 10 lashes from MJF, you would assume. Although if I'm MJF, I'm going to say, no, you're not going to take the lashes from me. You're taking them from the big man, Wardlow, because they'll be more impactful that way, right? But maybe MJF just wants to enjoy hitting Cody and not getting hit back.
Well, speaking from experience, getting hit with a strap hurts like hell. And you never want to go through that ever again. When you just get strapped repeatedly over and over, hurts. And there's no way to fake that, unfortunately, in wrestling. So that's going to be rough for Cody, but I'm sure Cody doesn't mind going through something like that. But I disputed something with someone on Twitter about the Cody cage match, the stipulation. I thought he had to win that match, but is not.
I think he just has to have it.
He just has to have it. Okay, I thought.
Yeah, MJF is just like, you must face Wardlow in a cage before you face me. I think it's just to soften Cody up.
So he doesn't actually have to win the match. Okay, so
I don't think so.
He's probably going to lose that match too. Wow,
maybe.
That's rough.
It'll be the first ever steel cage match in AEW history, taking place February 19th in Atlanta, Georgia.
So far away too. It's kind of crazy. I don't understand why they're doing that, but.
I don't know. Well, I think no, it won't even be the last show before Revolution.
Not quite. There will be one more.
It'll be the second to last show before Revolution. I don't know. Maybe I think they started selling tickets for Atlanta this week or last week.
Oh, that okay. So yeah, they're trying.
So
to
it's a push for ticket sales,
right? And the lashes will be the following week.
Oh, really? He's taking the lashes right before the pay-per-view?
That would make the most sense, no? I'm just taking a guess here.
Oh, I don't know. The Bobby Lashes, I don't know when they're coming.
Okay.
Joey Janela cut a promo after Cody's, and I think, people look at Cody's promo, and it was really good, and you might forget, but Joey Janela's promo right afterwards from, I don't know where he was, the streets or whatever, I thought that was good stuff from Janela.
Well, he already had that match, too, though, with Phoenix. Like, they taped that for Dark.
Yeah, apparently Rey Fenix was kind of hurt after the match.
Yeah, so I kind of feel bad now. It's like, okay, he talks about that, but man, he hurt the guy too, so.
Well, did he hurt him, or did he just get hurt? Like, I don't know if it was Janela's fault.
We'll find out Tuesday,
We got to see the match, right?
We'll find out Tuesday.
But yeah, they have a match, Rey Fenix, Joey Janela, and apparently Rey Fenix got hurt after the match. Chris Statlander and Hikaru Shida took on Brandy Rhodes and Mel. It was supposed to be Awesome Kong's Dynamite debut, but she was sick, so Brandy Rhodes stepped in instead. Thankfully, nobody got hurt in that match. It was probably the worst match on Dynamite.
It was bad. It was bad, but it's, what can you do? Awesome Kong got hurt, so Brandy had to step up.
Was she hurt or sick? I heard she got the flu or something.
Okay. Well, that's too bad.
Yeah, that match was not good. What do you think of Mel?
Fine. I mean, given the circumstances, what could she really do in that match? It just seemed like it was all over the place. It just seemed like it was a mess. So
yeah.
But Brandy also doesn't seem like she's ready for television yet. They have her wrestling. But they weren't planning to have her wrestle, so it's just a crummy situation. They just shouldn't have had it so long. Why did it go commercial break?
It was very long and not good.
That was the only problem.
Yeah, it exposed some weaknesses there. The Nightmare Collection, whatever.
Collective.
Eesh, it's not working.
Luther's supposed to be this Japanese deathmatch legend, and he got taken out with 2 kendo stick shots.
From a lady.
Well, whatever, but like
From a little Japanese lady. I mean, she's not like Awesome Kong or anything. He's got taken out by like a small lady hitting him twice with kendo stick shots.
You're already booking him as a joke. Like, what the heck? Like,
yeah, he looked terrible in that spot. Shida comes out, Hikaru Shida, and she's like, bang, bang, and then the guy just goes down. 2 hits, real quick. It didn't even look like stiff shots. The guy goes down, he's like down for the count. It's like, oh, so much for that backup, Brandy.
It's just sad. It's just a sad situation because, like, I think the women there, they're decent. There's some good talent there, and
I think Statlander's really good.
I think she is good too, but this was just a bad showing from all, just because it was just poorly put together, unfortunately.
I think Statlander and Hikaru Shida are really good.
Right.
The other half of that match.
Yeah, but that's who you're wrestling, so that's what hurts it a lot. Is like,
yeah.
If your opponents look bad, you look bad.
Johnny North, you're making your opponents look good every time you step in there. When can people see you in the ring?
Well, I do plan to give a good dirty beating to Don Belanger Sunday, January 26th, 4325 Industrial Boulevard in Montreal North.
Next week.
Yeah, next week comes up, yeah. So not this Sunday, next Sunday.
Yeah.
And bell time is 2 p.m. Tickets $10, so pretty cheap to watch some quality wrestling.
That's a nice deal to see Johnny North in action. You want to go check him out. You want more info, go to his Instagram at Genesis Johnny North, on Twitter at North Genesis. You can follow me on all the things at Dave Simon MMA. RingsideReport.net is our website. Go there. You can check out our UFC 246 watch along. Conor McGregor fighting Donald Cerrone. You can watch us watch the fights. Check out the video over at RingsideReport.net. You can watch Ringside Report, the MMA show. You can watch Dave and Johnny live. Everything is available on our website at RingsideReport.net. If you're listening to this show, you can watch this show on our YouTube channel. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, and click that bell so you get the notifications every time that we are on. A big thanks to everybody for helping us out on the radio side, and a big thanks to you for listening and watching. For Johnny North, I am Dave Simon, and this has been Wrestling Uncensored. Royal Rumble preview next week. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.